Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to Kyle Can't Game. Welcome back to Jurassic Awakening, the Center PvP server, man. I am looking to have a great time. And today, what we're going to be talking about is setting up our base defenses in Jurassic Awakening. So here's the thing. I'm here at Double Bear Cave on the center. We're entering the last 12 hours or so of early access. So tomorrow, tons of people are going to be on the server. I'm still playing solo for the moment because my tribe mate has tons of stuff going on IRL. So I need to really focus on getting these base defenses up right now. Because if you don't know, Double Bear Cave is called Double Bear Cave because, ding ding ding, it has bears inside, but it also has two entrances. One of those entrances, I mean, both are on ground level, but one is right off the beach, so any noob can just walk up to it. I actually already had to fight one tribe to get into this cave, because I claimed one entrance, they claimed the other, and we had to have some interactions to get the cave for ourselves. However, once set up properly, Double Bear Cave is insanely defendable. And most important, relatively centrally located, right? Swamp here, mountains, Arctic, lava biome right over here. With the underworld being the endgame spot for Jurassic Awakening, I really thought it important to have a location very close to the underworld entrance, and one of the underworld entrances is like literally right beneath us, so it's going to be great. So since this base location is perfectly situated from early game all the way through end game, I really want to stay here for the full 6-month wipe if I can do so without getting raided. With maybe an Arctic outpost and a Redwoods outpost later on. But what I plan to do is I'll do a video showing you guys how I set up my base defenses, and we'll talk a little bit about like strategy and principles. And then after the wipe is over, I'll show you guys everything that we're doing as we upgrade. So like early game, this is the move. Mid game, this is the move. Late game, this is the move. So today we're going to be talking defenses. And there are 3 types of defenses, really, in Jurassic Awakening, but really in Ark at all. There are structures, there are creatures, and then there's just the act of being online while you're getting raided, right? You need all 3 types to have the best chance to truly successfully defend a raid. Structures can be passive or aggressive. So passive structures would be things like spike walls right here, spring spike traps, or even just spam that people have to run around and don't give them a straight line of sight to your turrets or to your crafting station. Even something like having layers of walls that someone has to break through is sort of a passive defense, right? Because this, just to get through here, it's going to take them a minute. And that brings up the next point. The next point is aggressive structures. This would be Plant X and turrets, right? Plant X is incredibly strong early game, and especially so, in my opinion, in Jurassic Awakening. But they have a few key weaknesses that I do want to talk about. Flame arrows absolutely wreck them, and someone can empty them just by running up to them, right? So once people get OP armor and shields, they become quite a bit less effective, which is why all the Plant X that we build down here, we're not building straight on the ground, right? So nobody can just jump up and pull our fertilizer out of here and kill it. The turrets are unlocked pretty early in Jurassic Awakening. I'll show you guys real quick. I want to say it's level 51. For an actual, like, auto turret. Yeah, that's the 9mm auto turret. But they're quite expensive, which makes sense. They're insanely strong, and in my opinion, base defense mechanic in Ark always favor the defending tribe. But first, we're going to set up the rest of this base, the rest of this defense up here, but we're going to start at the other entrance, because I already have 2 Plant X down here, right? So the other entrance, we're actually going to do something I think is going to be really cool. I'll show you when we get there. All right, so down here, this second entrance is, right now I don't have really anything set up. I just have a spike wall that we'll tear down right now, and I have a Dillo Hunter down here. So why don't you follow me in here, bud? This down here, this second entrance, is going to be less about base defense and more about having some fun, screwing with some noobs, and basically... Hey, dude, oh, I forgot you're on turret mode. Behavior, disable turret mode. Cool, follow me. This is going to be about, basically, it's going to be a kill chamber where we're just going to collect kits. I think that'll be mighty fun. Can a Dillo Hunter really not fit through there? Alright, if you can't fit through there, that's fine. We'll just pull you around the other direction. But what I want to do is, let's start setting this stuff up. So I want to have a gate right up here. This gate's going to have a spring spike trap in front of it. 2, actually, if we can fit them. If we can fit them. Not going to be able to fit 2, just the 1. That is perfectly fine. But what I want to do is grab a bunch of these structures. And we'll build across here. We'll build a wall going all the way across. That's good for foundations. And we're going to be setting up Plant X in here. A lot of Plant X. Well, not that many in here. We're not going to need that many in here, but I have ran water all the way from the other side because that's the one that's going to be more defended. I have a network of over 50 of these water tanks. It took a long time to grind just that crap out, man. It was kind of annoying, honestly. But then I want to put, let's grab the moss chops. We'll put ceilings up here, and I'm going to get these Plan X done, and then I'll bring you back and we'll talk a little bit more about that strategy. All right, we are set up now. So I got 3 Plan X right here, okay? They can shoot pretty much all the way down to the entrance. I have a beach moss chops back here on passive. The Dillo Hunter and the bear are set to follow the moss chops, and they are set on aggressive. They're set on follow distance 1, which I should probably change to 3, so they stay over here. Actually, let's do that. Let's put them on 3. Why don't you follow me? We'll get out of the traps a little bit. You guys come right over here. Okay, you're out of the traps. We'll have the moss chops whistle. You shouldn't move because you're on follow 3, right? These guys are set on aggressive and target 3, follow 3. So basically, the moss chops is passive, but everything these guys see, they're going to come kill. And so what I'm hoping is, basically, the Plant X is going to shoot people down here, and then the bear and the Dillo Hunter are going to come and take their kits. And like, if you look at the entrance, you know, this is the lower entrance to Double Bear Cave, so it looks pretty unassuming, and people are going to be trying to find this because everybody knows Double Bear is an extremely strong base location, right? So a lot of people will be going for it. If you don't see any spam or anything in here, I'm not sure that you're going to use photo mode to get in here. You know what I mean? So you're probably just walking out here, boom, Plant X hits you, stuns you, you're slow, and then a big-ass bear comes and just crushes you, right? Like, that is going to be a lot of fun, I think. I think it'll be basically a free meat farm and just collecting kits. So that's the fun stuff going on at the bottom. Now let's go do the serious defense stuff up at the top. And, you know, immediate early game, I'm not too worried about being super defended inside here because, to be perfectly frank, I mean, well, honestly, I don't really have anything yet. I've been doing taming, and that's about it. I have very little that actually needs protecting. I just wanted to grab this base spot because I know eventually we will have a tribe mate online. We'll be able to progress a lot, but, like, yeah, right now, you break in here, you're not really even stealing anything, right? But once everybody's to cryopods and stuff, you know, this is going to be very safe for right now. But once people start getting really, really strong stego saddle BPs, you know, they might be able to soak out all this stuff up top. So before long, we will have to start defending the bottom. Oh, wait, I gotta find that large moss chops because it has all my building stuff in it. And yeah, for the time being, like, I want to live here. I might not be able to because everything keeps disappearing every time I go out of render. Like, watch this. This is what it looks like right now. I'm gonna sign out. I'll log right back in. And there you go. All of our creatures are back, right? So that could potentially be a real problem. Because I don't know if that's just a visual thing on the client side, or if the server is reading them as not there. Like, that's, you know, that changes things, you know. So if all these dinos are going to get meshed, potentially die, or even the defense ones won't be able to actually defend, you know, we're going to have to find another base spot, because that's no bueno. That is no bueno at all. So we'll see. But yeah, let's get up here and I'll show you again. First layer of defense, just having multiple gates that somebody has to break through, right? I mean, it's a long time in Jurassic Awakening until you get C4, and grenades are relatively low level at 38, but you are not getting through 2 gates. Nobody's grinding enough to get through 2 full gates on C4, you know? So I do have 2 Plant X already, and here's my general thinking about raiding and base defending. Like, my thing is, you are never going to build an unraidable base. It's just, literally, it's just not possible, right? So, your best hope is to make a base that's so annoying to raid, or looks threatening enough to raid, that people don't even bother trying, right? Like, I want to make a base that's so annoying, or looks like it would be such a long time to soak out and all that kind of stuff, that people just move along and do something else, you know? So what we're going to do first is we'll go up here, we'll place 1 Plant X. But, well, sorry, I guess when I am thinking about that kind of thing, when I'm scouting a location, my first thought is, you know, if somebody had a base here, how would I want to raid it, right? And I would be looking for, like, weird angles that you can do stuff at, right? Because, like, honestly, if you think about it, if you have a lot of experience with PvP, most of raiding is not brute force. It's not having a strong enough soaker. Like, a lot of raiding success is based on finding the perfect angle where you can shoot a turret, but it can't shoot back at you. Or you can soak a turret out, but it can't actually hit you. Or, you know, like, it's all about using angles to your advantage. And so my first thought, when at first I only had this 1 Plant X, and I figured somebody would just Sinnoh right up here and just get right on the edge and flame arrow that thing down, and they're not getting hit by that Plant X, right? But they're probably able to hit it. So that's why I put that other one over here. So we're just going to add a little bit of more of that style spam, just to a few spots, and then we're going to do a little bit more on top of that. But first, let's get that building done. Okay, so there we go. First step is pretty much done. We just have Plant X kind of peppered all over here. And if you notice, there's a couple, like, small things that probably don't seem that important, but I want to point out to you. So here's the thing. No cryopods, and nobody's going to have Quetzals for a long time. I mean, cryopods will be coming, but a couple things to notice is, first, all the ladders are facing inside, right? So if somebody wants to try to steal the fertilizer out, they're going to have to run around, and when they get up to this, they're getting shot by at least 3 others, right? That is like a huge part of the line of sight thing we're talking about. And then another one is, we'll go right here and right, oh, come on, let me up there. And right here. Now though, oop, I need to move this just a little bit. And right there. Now that does kind of line of sight our own Plant X a little bit. Probably not enough that somebody could flame arrow it without it shooting them. But what it does is it requires someone, if they want to try to take that fertilizer, they have to run all the way around here just to get to the ladder, at which point they're getting shot by tons and tons of Plant X, and nobody's going to have OP armor, nobody's going to have OP shields yet, right? So that's the next phase. After that, we want to set up just a few more right in here, and then we'll get to the creature part. All right, and now that is done, so let's clear this out just a little bit. Get the Karki out of here. You're in the way there, bud. We're going to drop you right here for the time being. And the moss chops and the pteranodon will come over here too. The rest will be used in our defense setup. For the time, you know, obviously once we have cryopods, nothing's going to be out here. It's all going to go in caves. Well, the defense dinos would be out here, but like, you know, nothing else. But all right, so first things first, let's get the elder beach parasaur. And what do we want to put levels into? Let's just go all into HP. And for now, this guy is just going to sit right here. He is going to be on turret mode. Now, eventually, once we get actual turrets, we'll probably put this guy up here. But for right now, that spot isn't defended very well, right? So he could probably get killed up there. But we're going to put him on passive. And then alert settings, enable turret mode. Targeting players and tames only. Just so we know whenever somebody comes along. And don't auto-frighten, right? Like that. I love that. Then we're going to get the stego over here. Now, I'm not going to set these guys on aggressive like we did the other ones right now, because if we do, they'll attack and eat that ankylosaurus, right? I'm trying to tame that thing, so I don't want it to get eaten. But yeah, we will have these guys on aggressive, the stego and the rhino. And then eventually, so like next steps will be obviously upgrading to turrets. Getting more turret dinos like Chalicotherium would be great. But for right now, this guy's has already done a lot of defending against wild creatures. You know, not really defending against wild creatures, but you know what I mean. When I put him on aggressive, he was keeping this area very clear. I just took him off aggressive so that we could have that Anki tamed up here with those crazy OP, not OP, very strong, very nice spear narcotics. Yeah, if you guys haven't checked those out, check them out for sure. But yeah, that's it. I mean, we're a week in, we're 6 days in, right? We've gotten, I mean, I'm telling you, for Jurassic Awakening, this is an extremely well-defended base at this point. You know, like, there aren't that many tribes playing PvP right now. Tomorrow there's going to be tons more when it opens to the public. But I can tell you, I see what everybody else has been doing. Everybody else has been focusing on, like, tames and that kind of thing, which is super important. You know, there's no wrong way to play. But I don't think anybody has probably focused as much as we have on the base and the base defense, which is good for now. You know, now we're way behind everybody else in terms of tames and resources, which is going to be my next big focus. But I'm telling you, we are very well situated to have a very defendable base. And that's why I wanted to focus on this base for the whole week, basically. I've just been grinding out, trying to make sure we got this base spot, because I think it's going to be early game all the way through end game in Jurassic on PvP on the center. And I think it's going to be really well defendable. After a couple weeks, you know, we'll probably give it a week for noobs to die to our trap downstairs, and then we'll actually start defending it, right? That's just going to be for fun and to get us some free kits, some free resources. But yeah, this is very well defended so far. Just a few hours, and all that Plant X will be grown up all the way. And, you know, that's really good, because right now, the Carcanos is pretty scary having it out here. You know, I'm honestly, like, I have been legit worried that somebody was going to snipe it before I got all this stuff done. So maybe we should leave it here. Although, really good sniping area up there. So yeah, still plenty of work to do on the building more defenses. Still plenty of work to do on, I mean, it's Jurassic Awakening. Plenty of work to do in every possible way, but those are my strategies, and that's how I'm building my base defense to start. And, you know, when the wipe is over, I'll bring you back and show you all the ways that it changed and progressed. But if you made it this far, Thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you learned anything or if you just enjoyed the video, please give me a like or a subscribe. It would really help me out. And yeah, thanks for watching this far. Have a great day. We'll see you in the next one.